Yes, we are live now. Hello students, I welcome you all to the very first video of class 11 physics gamma series. So today I am going to teach you the first chapter from physics, that is physical world. My name is Pratham and this is our Massa channel OneMentor. So after the short introduction, let's start the chapter. In this video or in this chapter of class 11, any chapter handwritten notes, typed notes or slides which I am going to use in this video will be available in the classroom app. Links are in the description. So let's start the chapter physical world. So most of the students skip this chapter with the reason that no question comes in the exam paper or in the competitive paper. Yes, you are absolutely right. In the exam paper, there won't be any questions from this chapter. Still, we are going to study this chapter to develop the interest in physics from the intense love of the physics. In this chapter, we will learn what is physics, what is the connection or relation of physics with the maths, and what is relation technology, and most important, what is the scope of physics, that in the next 2 years, that is in 11th and 12th, what are you going to study. And I will give you the overview of the syllabus which we are going to study in these 2 years. So let's start it. Put the heading physical world as you can see on the screen, starting with a question: what is physics? What is physics? What is physics? You might tell the answer that physics is something like a mirror, current, spherical mirror, resistance, atoms, etc. But no, physics is not only that much. It's more than that. It's bigger than that. Let's understand if we go towards the definition. Okay, let's go towards the definition. What is physics? So the definition, you will see that in internet you will search the definition. It is the, in the books also written, it is the laws and principle that governs the universe. Very simple, it's done. It have started now. In this whole universe, whatever phenomena it is occurring, to understand that, to explain that law, that is known as physics, whatever it is happening. For example, one more definition you can check on internet or in the book. It tells us why and how things behave as they do. And helps us to predict future of things. That means this tells us which is happening, why, how it is happening, and to understand that, you can predict the future also. For example, in my hand there is a pen and I have thrown that pen from a height. Okay, it has been fallen down. So first thing, why marker has fallen down? Answer is very simple, because of gravity. The next question comes how. How means how it has fallen down, at what speed it has fallen down, at what velocity it has fallen down. You can predict that also. Equation of motion under gravity, v is equals to u plus at, etc, etc. G, you have to keep the exact value. So why and how you know. Now let's predict the future. For example, I am telling you, take this pen and go on the building which height is having 200 meters and throw that pen from there. If I ask you what is the speed of the pen you have thrown from that height 200 meter of building, what is the speed of the pen when it has fallen down, at what time it has fallen down. Okay, so will you do that same thing? You will go to the 200 height of building and you will do this? No. You have equation of motion, you will calculate and you will say directly like this, you will get the answer. So this is predicting future. One more example you will take. It might be boring because you haven't studied that topic yet. For example, we have a drop of water. Okay, on a droplet, what shape? It will not of square shape, it should be of spherical shape. So first question will be, a small droplet of water, is why it is spherical? Answer is surface tension. surface tension. The second thing is how, what is the radius, surface tension, what is the value of surface tension, and these things if we understand, so we can also predict the future. For example, we have a box of water and I have kept a straw, so water will come on the upper side, that is known as capillary. You might have studied in a beaker and we have kept a small tube, capillary tube, okay, straw. So water has came up, how much it has came to height, what is the height of the water. So we will not take the experiment, we have surface tension value, we have the R value, and we can calculate directly, we can predict the future directly. Okay, for example, we are playing PUBG and in front of us, we are playing PUBG and in front of us there is one enemies ahead, and the enemy so far, one gun you have tried and he didn't die, and second gun you have tried, he died. So why and how, you came to know. Next time the enemy will come, you will try the gun? No, you know the future, you have predicted and which gun should be using, and like that you can kill the enemy. You might be saying, no sir, this is not physics, Ohm's law is physics, etc, etc. Who told? Everything is physics. Where these things you are apply, that is physics only. Okay, which philosophy, you might be saying, sir, what philosophy you are using? Physics is philosophy. Okay, all the scientists and all the scientists are philosophers. So anything you can explain with the physics is physics. Okay, you can predict the future with the help of physics. For example, very famous physicist, there is a famous physicist, Lichu Keku. Okay, he's a very famous physicist. Okay, in internet you can search his name. He has said that if you want to attend the future, you have to understand the physics. If you want to understand the future, you have to understand physics. If you want to know the physics, then you have to catch physics. So how can I explain physics? So like this we can explain physics. Okay, you might be not thinking that physics is not that easy, you don't get the concept. Like this happens because till now you have not taken the physics that seriously. Okay, you have not focused to the physics that much. Okay, now moving to the next topic. Now what is the physics relation between physics and mathematics? What is the relation of physics and mathematics? Are the two same? What do you think? Physics is incomplete without mathematics. Okay, so you have seen a phenomena, you have thought the law and created the formula, so you need more maths to create a formula. So maths is important. Space missions are done, there is a team which are calculating the mathematics, rigorous equation they are solving project to make a project successful. So without a mathematicians, physics is not possible. But wait a minute, mathematician is also jobless if physics is not there. So we can say that mathematics or mathematicians are jobless without physics. There is a famous quote that physics is the king of science while mathematics is the queen. What is happening, sir, over here? You might be saying physics is the king of science while mathematics is the queen. That means both of them have a relation of husband and wife. They are fighting with each other also and they cannot live with each other also. Okay, but there are someone which have both the character. For example, Isaac Newton, he is a great mathematician also and physicist also. Physicists and mathematics are same, they make a joke of them. Okay, for example, Richard Feynman, there is a scientist who is just making comedy of physicist. Okay, so these are clear. Okay, now after this thing comes two fundamental principles in physics. Two fundamental fundamental principle in physics. Number 1 is unification, and number 2 is reductionism. First is unification. Unification means what? To unify. It is an attempt to explain various phenomena through few laws. Okay. To explain various phenomena through few laws. Okay. So for example, we have a marker. It will go down. It is a free fall. Earth rotation around sun, it is also gravitation. Satellites to rotate in its orbit, it is also gravitation. It is a universal law of gravitation. Because of that, all the phenomena you can explain. Unify. For example, which phenomena we have said? Free fall of apple. Then what I have said? Motion of planets around sun. And what we have said? Motion of satellite around planets. These all phenomena which we can explain with the help of universal law of gravitation. Okay, we can explain this. This formula you might have studied, that F is equals to m1 by m. This formula, wait, F is equals to g m1 m2 by r square. In physics we try to unify it. There are many things, we collect it and then with a particular law we can explain it. The second example I can give you, till now you haven't studied but still I am giving you the example. The second example is, let's talk to you. For example, I am rubbing my hand. Okay, so my hand will easily create heat and it has become heated. So I am taking my hand. If I will heat my hand, it will start to rub or not? No, it's not possible. Conservation of energy it is. But it's not possible that if you heat your hand and your hand starts work. Kinetic energy, you have created the heat, and when you have heated your hand, then why your hand starts to work? Conservation of energy is valid. We have started to rub our hand. We have created kinetic energy. So if we heat our hand, so our hand should move. One side it is occurring and one side it's not occurring. Reverse work is not happening. For example, we have a car toy. Okay, so we have moved in a front wave, so it has moved to the front side. But is it possible that it will come backward without giving the support? This side has gone. This has gone with friction. That is converted to heat. Friction has created heat, has converted into kinetic energy. That toy car, if I will heat it up, so is it possible that it will move? No, it will not move. This is not possible. From one side it is occurring and the other side is not occurring. For example, I have a cup and there is a cup of coffee and that will fall down, it will break. This all students know. Is it possible that it will in a reverse, it will possible that the cup will sum up, it will create a same cup as it was earlier? No, it's not possible. It is possible in one direction only, in the other direction it's not possible. Okay, so these all things, to explain them, is the second law of thermodynamics. This is also a unification. Okay, second law of thermodynamics, which says that process is feasible where entropy is greater than zero. You might not be getting over here till now. That means which is created on its own. What is entropy? Wait, 11 has started. Welcome to class 11. We'll teach you everything. Second law of thermodynamics, there are many phenomena in physics they have explained. There are some reaction which is possible from one side, and from the other side it's not possible. Okay, from work to you can create heat, but from heat to work you cannot create fully or completely, which you will study ahead. For example, you can take a reaction. We have NaCl and we have added AgNO3. So we can make a precipitate of AgCl. You might be saying you have created chemistry, but AgCl precipitate we have created. So this is also soluble. So is this possible that you can reversible? No, conservation of energy is valid. It's possible that we can make it. This is the second law of thermodynamics, that from one direction it is possible and other direction it's not possible. Okay, for example, your father scolds you. Is it possible that you will scold your father? No, it's not possible. Okay, if you will do naughtiness, then he will throw you out of the home. Okay, so a reaction which is occurring from one side and it's not possible from the reverse, that is known as second law of thermodynamics. Energy, there is no there are many phenomena which is explained by second law of thermodynamics, which can unify. A great scientist there is Stephen Hawking. His theory of everything, universe, what is everything is happening, that give it to me and I will explain it at once. And one law they haven't get, but the one which was closest was second law of thermodynamics. The theory of everything, you can check that book and you will get it out. Maxwell has done the same thing also. Great Maxwell. Maxwell has said the same thing. Maxwell has given four equations, and four equations, one equation they have said a branch of physics. With one equation they have released the branch. One equation says that complete electrostatics charge. Okay, two positive charge they will repel, like charge will appel, unlike charges attract. This all thing they are having field, everything which are having small static charge. Okay, the stopped charge with all the phenomena, with one equation it was explained. Okay, all the phenomena. Electrostatics you will study, only one chapter is there. Okay, there are 17 to 18 topics in electrostata. All phenomena will explained by one equation. Next, again second equation number 2 he has given. Okay, with this they have explained the complete electrodynamics. Electro both the things having electricity, charge related. Statics means stopped, dynamics means movement. So movement of the charge, that means current. When the charge is moved, that is current you are getting. Related to Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, you are going to study. All the phenomena are explained by Maxwell's second equation. Then he has given the third equation. He has given. From this I have explained complete magnetism. With one equation I have completed all the magnetism. Biot-Savart's law, Ampere's circuital law, all the law. You haven't heard this law, but these all are done by the magnetism. Last equation they have given the electromagnetic wave. That can be explained with one equation. So four equation they have done. Electrodynamics, electromagnetism, you can say magnetism, they have completed all the thing. So this is known as unification, that from one equation they have explained all the things in 17 topics. All the phenomena will be completed with one single equation, and this is taught to you by physics. Okay, now you have got that unification is a bigger thing. Okay, now we will start with reductionism. What is reductionism? How will solve the bigger problem? We'll break it down in smaller pieces. To study a large system, what we will do? Study properties of constituent particles. Simple. For example, we have to understand the working of generator. That generator which we use in parties and all. Okay, we have to understand this all. Okay, we'll go and open each and every part. What we'll see, we'll see the magnets. What is the function of these magnets? So we have studied this part. Then we have seen the armature coil. It is a coil just because of copper, and they have created a armature coil. And then we will see the slip rings. There is a ring of copper. So they will study the smaller part, and they have how they are working to unite one thing. So if you study the bigger thing, what you will do, a small constituent part you will check and how they are working, then merge it, and then you will start to know what is this happening. So reductionism, to reduce and then study, it is a popular method to study anything, not physics, to study anything in size. Okay, generator I have given the example. You can take any other example. For example, how Babita walks. How Babita walks. So it is very simple. Like this, he will walk normal as the people. How people walk. So how we'll break it? We'll like the legs. What is the reaction? Then we'll study mind. What is the story of mind? Then we will study the eye. She will not close her eye and then she will walk. So what is the role of hand? What is the role of? So we'll study the constituent particles, what they are playing, and then we will make a system of a large system. Okay, like this we can manage it. This is called reductionism. For example, there is an example NCRT. You can see that in thermodynamics we cannot get the how gases heat is, how temperature is measured. So what we have done, we have studied kinetic theory of gases. Sir, what are the new names you are introducing over here? Thermodynamics is the study of full heat flow, full study. We haven't got that. So we have introduced a topic, so which are studying the constituent part, kinetic theory of gases, which we are talking about the molecules. We are studying the full story of what they are creating. Is it clear? For example, in class 7, what you are studying, they will just one student, you will take it out. You will ask what he is teaching in English, what she is teaching in chemistry, what he is teaching in physics. Like this you can ask to the student what is happening in physics, what they are. You will get to know constituent particle. You will study, then you will know the whole system. This is reductionism. Now 1 minute. Reductionism is not important because that you have understand the system. Just listen to me. Okay, so let's have the thing over here. Reductionism is not that study the full system. You have studied the smaller particles. Now you can create another device with the help of constituent particles. Now you can use this and you can apply it any other device also. This is the benefits of reductionism. Okay, so what is the role of magnet in transformer? The same role which is having in generator, but you are not knowing it. But now you know, because of constituent particle study, you can create more devices with the help of reductionism. So with the help of reductionism, you can do a future advancement. Okay, so these are the two basic principles of physics. Now we will study the scope and excitement of physics. Excitement of physics. Now the things will get interesting. So what you are going to study, let's say syllabus. Scope, what is scope? There are two types of scope. One is a bigger scope, macroscopic. Bigger phenomena you have to, bigger detailing you have to study. And the second one is microscopic. That means quantum level we will go. Okay, so in 11th what we are having and 12th what we are having, macroscopic and microscopic. So first we will go to the macroscopic. What we are going to study, microscopic. Okay, syllabus is designed something that smaller you have to study. We will study everything. So macroscopic, first of all we will study mechanics. Then we will study thermodynamics. Smaller particles we will study, electron, neutron, proton, bigger things we will study. This is also in 11th. Then we will study electromagnetism. magnetism, electricity, charge, magnetism, and then we'll study optics. These two will be in 12th, so leave this right now. Okay, we'll study all these things in the above classes. In mechanics, what you will study, if you'll write the chapter name, then it will be more. So in mechanics we are going to study motion, displacement, these things we are going to study. Then laws of motion, these things you will study. Laws of motion, kinetic. Then momentum you will see, work, energy, collision, center of mass. These are the chapter name, topic name. Then rotation you have to study, rotational motion, the rotatory motion. Gravitation you will study, that how planets work, how the satellites work. Classical mechanics, this is not modern thing, this is classical, how they are rotating, velocity, kinetic energy, potential energy, these all things you are going to study. Then you are going to study properties of solids, and then properties of fluids you are going to study. When fluid is at rest, fluid is motion, fluid is doing motion, dynamics, this law of flotation, Archimedes principle, these all things are covered in mechanics. There are more new law. Then oscillatory motion you have to see. Oscillatory means pendulum and all. Periodic type motion, that will go in detail, full detail. Then you have to study wave, mechanical wave, that means wave mechanics you can say. For example, sound wave, that is a mechanical wave. So these are going to cover in 11. If you will add the chapter name, then it is more. The space will be not valid. Major portion of 11, this one right now, classical mechanics. This is not modern thing, it's discovered earlier. Laws we are using, which we are applied in physics. Then we will do the numericals to make strong our basics. Thermodynamics, we are going to study heat, temperature. Then second law of thermodynamics I have told. Laws, what are the laws? Laws of thermody. Laws of thermody, how heat engine is working, what are the process of how heat engine works. Okay, then how heat transfer process, how mechanics are used, how equations are used. Like you might have heard the name conduction, convection, and radiation. You have studied this. Okay, these are the 11 things. Now we'll start the 12. You might have lost the interest over here only. Charge you will start. Charge, full charge you will talk about. What is the force, what is the field they are creating. They are detailed. Capacitor, what is the device capacitor. Then current, electricity. Current you are going to talk, DC current you are going to talk over it. There are some devices you will talk about. Then there will be magnetism, you will try to understand everything. Then topic will be electromagnetism, electromagnetic induction, electricity, where all the things will be combined. And then you will study the full different chapter, that is alternating current. Then you will study electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave, I am writing EMW over here, EMW. Then you are going to study optics. What is optics? You will study the light story, that means reflection. Mirror story you will going to understand. These are bigger object. The bigger object. Then refraction. In refraction we will talk about lenses. Prism we will try to study. Okay, then we will study the devices in this also. For example, telescope, how it is working, microscope, how they are working, different things we will going to study. So these are the full macroscopic part, which is important in 12th. These are the things important in 12th, these two. And this is important in 11th. Then microscopic we will check. What are the syllabus of microscopic? Microscopic, they are very less syllabus. In chemistry there is many thing in microscopic, but in physics not that much, which is very interesting. And it is also advanced physics. Okay, microscopic. Microscopic, we can say quantum physics. Quantum physics. In this, what you are going to study? You will study atoms. Smaller things has been introduced. In this, you will study nucleus, nuclear physics, smaller than atom, neutron, proton. These are going to discuss over here. You are going to study the nature of electron, smaller particle, nature of photon. What is photon? Light of particle. Light particles, a smaller one. Okay, nature of photon. Then you are going to study semiconductors also. Semiconductor. What is semiconductor? Simple example. You have a LED TV at your home, LED bulb. Okay, so these are the things. Full things are in class 12th. No part in class 11. This is in the chemistry only, atomic structure. Okay, so these are the syllabus or scope of physics. And then the excitement of physics. What is excitement of physics? So it is the fullest thing. Excitement of physics. You might be excited over here right now after seeing the syllabus. Okay, so excitement. What will excitement? First thing, that day to day life you will get to know. Daily life you are going to understand. Daily life phenomena, you are going to understand that first. You will get to understand everything, why and how it is happening. Okay, second thing, you will try to do experiments, conducting experiments. It is very interesting. Third thing is, you will apply with the help of application. You will apply the applications. You have done the study. You have created a new device with the help of the application which are used in older machines or things, discoveries. So you are applying to the applications. Fourth thing is, you can predict the future. Future prediction. Best example is Google Map. So speed, distance, time. Google Map is speed, distance, time. It is like that Google Map is predicting the future, that this is the distance, you will be getting this much time and this much kilometer is the distance. So this is speed, distance and time. Crowd management and time. At what time is the crowd and full estimated time, that is full physics and maths is Google and Maps. So this is the excitement of physics. That with the help of physics, why you are getting excited. And in the book there is a heading, that's why I am telling excitement of physics. Next is physics and technology. Physics and technology. Both are their own dad. Physics, with the help of physics, technology is made, and from technology demand, physics is made. Okay. For example, first thing, #1, new physics gives rise to new technology. So new portion they have started to study, and then new technology has been started. For example, silicon chip study has been periodic table. There is a element. So silicon chip we have started. Then they have created with the help of that semiconductor. Now what is semiconductor you have created? With the help of this you have created laptop, mobile phone circuits, TV set. Okay, all are semiconductors. But some of they are not knowing that with the help of silicon chip study, new physics gives rise to new technology. Scientists are studying something. What will they study? Oh, we can help of this, we can create this. So new physics give rise to new technology. Second point, you can see electromagnetic wave. They have studied this topic. So electric magnetic topic they have studied, and with the help of this they have created wireless communication. Wi-Fi, internet, which you are using right now. With the help of internet you are studying right now, it is created by electromagnetic waves. For example, we are studying electromagnetism, electromagnetic induction. This is accidental discovery, and with the help of this they have created alternating current, AC. Alternating, that's direct cutting, then alternating current. They have created transformer. New technology, they have created generator. Your all devices get started to function. This is an accidental discovery. No one were knowing that. This is a discovering and studying physics, and they have created this. So new physics give rise to new technology. For example, with the research of atom, they have created the atom bomb. But we can say that it is a new technology, that destructive. So when you are studying the physics in the full world, they are not knowing the application. They are studying. They have connected 2 to 3 things. They have created a new technology. Okay, so Wi-Fi versus is also proved that new technology or new need. You can also write it as new need. Okay, leave it. No need. New technology give rise to new physics. For example, we are having television. Okay, that is what? That is deflection based. Okay, cathode ray tube, CRT, they have been based. Bigger TV have sensor. Right now we are in a LED TV. Energy is also saved. New technology. So for new technology they have started the new study. For example, steam engine. So steam engine, there are many disadvantages. So we are required with a new technology to save something. Okay, so very worst it was. So let's study physics. They started to study physics. Need of technology give rise to new physics. Now let's study physics. In physics, what they have tried? Thermodynamics, what they have got? Heat engine. How to modify it? So they have modified it, diesel engine. Problem solved. So when new technology we need new physics. Okay, so they are related, correlated. Done diesel engine. Okay, now technology which we required, then only we'll study physics. When physics you are studying, then they will create the technology. After then there is fundamental forces in nature. Now we'll start fundamental forces in nature. This is also an important topic. This topic you must know. Fundamental forces in nature. In next 2 years, the forces you will study, whatever forces you will study, will be from one form of 4 fundamental forces. One is gravitational force. Second is weak nuclear force. And the third is electromagnetic force. And one is strong nuclear force. Okay, the names will be changing. This one force, that force, etc. force. So name will be changed. Coulomb's force, Newton force, different, etc. These are all from this 4 only, developed from the basic are the 4 this nature: gravitational force, weak nuclear force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force. Only these 4 types of forces exist. What is gravitational force? Which are in 2 masses, act between any 2 masses in this universe. In this universe, any 2 masses, there is a force which is in 9th you have studied, F is equals to G m1 m2 by r square. What is a special thing? This is the weakest force in nature. It is a weakest force. Okay, and the strong is the strong nuclear force. and this is also a long range force. Long range means what? With it will act in at larger distance. Okay, at long range for infinite distance, long range force can act up to infinite distance. Does not require, one more thing is there, does not require any medium. In space there is no medium. Sun and earth there is no medium. So in not in space, full universe, in this pen and script tab attract each other. These are attracting each other. Okay, we will study this thing in a detail one. Now this is a rare kind force. Very less you will get. Very less. It will act between neutrino and other particles. In 12th you will study what is neutrino. It is at least where beta, alpha, beta, gamma you have heard, where we will find the beta, there you will get neutrino. Only in beta decay. So it is a rarely force you will get. What type of force? This is a short range force. For a smaller distance, short range force, very small. It will be something 10 to the power minus 15 meter. You can imagine. For 1 meter is your one hand. Okay, it is divided by 10 to the power 15. And then bit smaller dots type particle. This will act there only. And the one more thing, this is a weak force. Okay, strong than V is gravitational, but weaker than this electromagnetic and strong nuclear. This side this pattern goes. So overall this is weak. Gravitational more than stronger than gravitational force. So electromagnetic force, where they act between charges with the charge particles. Plus they will repel, minus repel, plus minus attract. So they will play the game there only. What type of force? This is a strong force. Second strongest force. This one is the strongest. This is a strong force, and this is rarely, and this is a weakest force. In 12 you will not get that much, and the gravitation is the weakest force. Electromagnetic force we will talk about. This is again a long range. In this name there is a nucleus. Nucleus is small. This is a short name. And nuclear distance, they will act. At the far distance it will not act. Neutrino is a particle. Mass, they don't have mass, they don't have charge. It is known as a ghosted particle. Okay, so there is the game that like that they play. Okay, long range they will act. That means it will also act at infinite distance. What we have to medium they does not require any medium. Does not require medium. And this is a strong force. You can count it as, I have written it earlier only. Strong force, you can count it as very strong. Only less than weaker force. Last one is this one you will study in class 12, where this will act between. This is also neutron, proton. Okay, neutron. Okay, proton, neutron. So inside the nucleus they are attracted to each other, and then they have seated. Two protons, they have positive charge. I will tell you this thing later. What is nucleus? Nucleus is a smaller part. This side is 2 proton, 2 or 10 you can take it. So 2 proton having positive, they will repel. Electromagnetic force they will apply. Okay, so nucleus should be broken, but nucleus is not broke down because of this strong nuclear force. The one who have created this, any god has created, they have given the force that just keeps stick to each other. That means proton, neutron, they will repel because they are both positive charge, but repulsion force will degraded compared to strong nuclear force. Proton repel because of electromagnetic force at between charges. This type of like charges, they will repel. But between them there is a new force which is attractive in nature, that is nuclear force. Proton will attract, neutron will attract neutron, and neutron proton will attract it. Next point is important, that is charge important. Charge is independent. Its charge is not that much taken as. Okay, the neutron force there is, that means force between neutron is same as proton is same as between proton. This is a new type of force which is not dependent on the charge. Neutron proton, they have attraction, that much attraction is proton, and that much only is having neutron and neutron. Charge, it is not dependent on the charge, it is on the particles. Okay, they have equal type of attraction force. Like this, they have nucleus stable, we have a stable nucleus. Okay, so what type it is? Of short range. It should be of short range, because nucleus, it is inside the nucleus, and it will also 10 to the power minus 14 to 10 to the power minus 15 Newton meter. It is not applied on electron. Why it is not applied on electron? Because it is outside the nucleus. Okay, is it clear? So nuclear force inside the nuclear particle, that is known as nucleons. Okay, so we are leaving it at this point only. When nuclear physics, when you will study, then you will try to understand. Okay, so here we'll end the chapter. These things only required. So we'll meet in the next chapter, that is in chapter 2. Till then, practice and subscribe to OneMentor. All the best.